I do not like Lars von Trier.
Right.
I didn't like Antichrist. I didn't like the Nymphomaniacs. I don't know. I think that I don't know. And you know who loves him is John Waters, and I love John Waters. But like, I feel like John Waters likes Lars von Trier because his movies are very shocking.
Right.
But like
pushing the
John Waters,
boundaries.
Yeah, I think it's just a difference of like John Waters also did very shocking movies that push the limits, but I love them because there was a sense of fun in it, and like Lars von Trier's movies just lack any element, any ounce of fun. I don't know.
They're pretty dire. All right, guys. So now we're gonna go ahead and jump into our grave plots. Matt is going to be helping come up with a story from the Golden Skull with Diamond Eyes. We're gonna pull a name out. These could be listener submissions, or he put into himself. So we'll see. But stick around for that right now.
Like some type of like cow in human skin.
What if we combine a little bit of both of our ideas into the one? Okay. So your original idea was like the killer clowns from outer space. So maybe the shop isn't an actual. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe we can add that later. But maybe the guy is actually an alien in a human skin. He took over this guy's Bob, whatever his name Bob is. He took over his flesh. Everybody's noticed that he's kind of weird anyway, so they didn't really notice. And so he is like injecting pieces of him because he's this gelatinous type creature, almost like the Blob, into the food that the people are eating that he likes and wants to go home with him, so he can sort of track them.
Was that whatever they're doing, it's like super addictive. So people were like really like it was kind of like, you know, over a million served. Like people just keep coming back. They love this.
I
shit.
Like that, dude.
Yeah.
So they become kind of like addicts in a way. I like that because it's kind of like a play on like real shit, like McDonald's or whatever. People are addicted.
It could be like a fast food version of the movie Brain Damage from Frank Henenlotter, where like the guy, you know, that movie's like a whole statement about addiction, but this could be like an addictive, instead of like an addiction to drugs or something like that, it's an addiction to fast food. You know, normally he's fine, but he's like getting like crazy, like kind of like raw. Like this dude's just like, it's not normal anymore. Like it's not just like, you know, like it's like every time he offers to make anything, he's like, I want a fucking burger. Like he's like, you know what I mean? Like
I like the aggression, Matt. Please continue on.
So like this should like I feel like a movie like this, it has to be homage city. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be like a movie that plays all. So it's like so now we're leaning into a little bit of like the stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's like a little bit of this like it's the only thing that you want to eat now, and it's you don't realize that it's literally changing your entire inside. Just like the stuff, it's like a parasite. It's like the more that you eat, the more you're filling your body with this parasite, and it's eating away at your internal organs, and it's basically turning you into a shell of a person that it takes over.
Right.
And this dude's like fucking morphing, and he's this giant, like he bursts out of this human body, and he's just got to be giant, slimy, gross, like giant, like space slug fucking thing.
Right. I like it. It would be funny if he used the fleshy part of his face and put it on his hand to talk to her. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like puppeting the former head,
right?
Yeah.
Like, does this make you more comfortable?
I think a girl would have a real hard time wanting to get with a murderous space slug. Yes. I've seen Return of the Jedi, and it didn't seem like Leia was really digging it. And it's like from the shot of him flirting, it's like something you just notice in the background. Then you cut to the dude at the grill, and he like lifts up his shirt, and he takes a knife, and he like cuts a piece of his stomach off. And it like starts to like gelatinize after he cuts it off, and he like rubs it inside the burger meat. And then he's just like, here, have a burger on the house. And he like brings it over to him, and he's like, no, I'm good. I'll just take a water. It's fine. Like,
right. Every attempt that he tries to get the guy to ingest it to be one of his minions. But I think it would be funny while he's like, while he's doing everything that you said, like, what if he also digests people for food as well?
So he's got to be picky. He's got to get minions, but he also has to, like, feed himself.
Right. He doesn't have to eat that often, but I think it would be funny if there was just some random guy in the back, Brad, whatever, who was a dick to him, and he just fucking, while he watches this flirtatious moment happen, he, like, sucks him up into his body while he's, like...
I'm into it. I am definitely into it.
I don't believe you. Do you?
I want a fucking burger. Like,